Okay, so this little video, I'm in no position to tutorialize or give anybody lessons, but I do want to share with you my experience and the parts of this relatively intricate puzzle in a systematic, orderly type of fashion. So that way, if you indeed attempt at doing an Airstream, polishing an Airstream, renovating an Airstream, at least you'll have a lot of pointers. So this is the first thing that you will need to remove the clear coat that is on the Airstream. And generally speaking, older Airstreams have blotchy clear coats, and it's a lot of work. There's no rocket science to it. These are the tools that you'll need. These are plastic spatulas. This is the magic tool as featured in Loho. This is your application brush, which applies the aircraft remover onto the surface. And then you have a dry towel and a wet towel, basically. Lacquer thinner is extremely important, in my opinion, for the finished clean look and vibe. So here we go. I'm going to start by this box, by the way. It will collect all of your nasty lacquer thinner once it's been applied. So I'm going to try to hold the phone at the same time, and I'll kind of show you how I am doing this. I think this is the proper way to do this. I've studied it. I really researched it. So I'm just going down in a sort of a liberal fashion. I'm addressing the clear coat with a lot. Sorry if my camera work. I'm sort of not that ambidextrous, but there's a lot of lacquer thinner aircraft remover that needs to be applied. Let me do it like this. Okay, so kind of get it all really nicely on there. So it will be, sorry, I know my camera works shit, but at least you guys can get an idea what's going on. So now the lacquer thinner, and it doesn't take long. It will, the aircraft remover, it will not need time for you to sit around and wait for it. It's an immediate. That's why I highly recommend this. I also recommend you wear a mask, just because you don't want to inhale too much toxin stuff, you know. And apparently aircraft remover has had some controversial issues with health. Anyway, so what you do now is, next step is you take your nasty brush and you mix it around. See, this is really important. Your nasty brush will move that clear coat around and distribute the aircraft remover in such a way that you aren't going to miss any spots. This is really important, as you will find out later. Okay, so now you have, you've got your areas really nicely soaked in. Your aircraft remover has penetrated. Now, your next step, put that in the dirty box. Your next step is to take your plastic spatula and remove your nasty. See how good it comes off? See that? See how nice it comes off? So you're gonna just remove it like this. Just scrape it up. Hard to do it with just one hand, guys. And then take your nasty and then drop it in your box. And that's as simple as it is. You see that? Nasty in the box. Nasty in the box. Okay. See how clean that looks? All right, so now, what my next step after this is, I will take my wet cloth, okay? This is what's known as my wet cloth. I've dubbed the wet cloth. And we can see how you have a big chunk of it there, right? Watch, just even though it's the wet cloth, this is how I do it. Just to get that kind of circulated so that it's dry, right? See how down here, you gotta get that and you can see where all of your, see that? You can see where all of your plastic or whatever you call the rubber or the glue or the lacquer or clear coat, whatever you want to call it. Nasty is really what it is. And now you got it all off of there, see? Got it all off of there. Let me come down here with this piece right here. All right, so that's why I'm cleaning the ridge. Beautiful, okay? Now, the reason why I call this the wet cloth, drum roll please, ladies and gentlemen, is this is the really nice part about this, is you can just take some of this lacquer thinner and just drop it on your wet cloth and then go over your area. Now look, see how all there's extra? You'll find that you didn't get it all before, but with that nitrocellulose lacquer thinner, excuse me, I'm so not ambidextrous, but okay, you get it. So now shake it off. Okay, now you notice how clean this is here. Now it's like really, it's, you couldn't eat all of it, but I'm just saying it's such a difference between, and you can also see where the clear was and how this discoloration is, you know. Now comes the dry towel part. Now I'm going to move, because I'm moving over. As you can see, I've done this whole entire area. It's funny how when you really scrutinize, how you'll notice little dings and dents. However, that gets put over there. It's all getting moved down to the next line as I move my ladder, as I'll move my ladder to the left. But now for the dry towel. This is super important, because now you can move your dry towel over the area and you can feel for any issues, for any problems with your previous work. Now, that is clean. That's how you do it.